Good afternoon, Pep. Ben from Sky. On Tuesday evening, you said that it would be a risk to include Kevin De Bruyne this weekend. Do you think at this point he'll be fit to be included in the squad?
No, tomorrow's not fit.
And you're naturally more cautious with him now when he comes back from injury, given the experience last year?
No, but sometimes he's not playing. It was one game in Norwich. And sometimes he's substitute during the game, but no. When he feels good, feels good.
And has he changed at all? Is he still the sort of player that will come up to you and say, I'm fit when asked?
It's a few things. After international break, he will be ready. It's not a big problem.
And what about John Stones? How close is he?
Hopefully, after international break, he will be back.
And we speak a lot, don't we, about the central defensive partnership. And if Fernandinho plays at the weekend, it'll be 3 games in 8 days for him. I mean, what's his fitness like at the moment, given that workload?
Well, he didn't have many minutes in his legs before these 3 games. So, except the last part of the last season, the previous seasons when we were together, he played every 3 days during 11 months. So, I think he can do it.
Kyle Walker has been left out of the England squad again. How did he react last time, and has it been similar this time?
Kyle is a big challenge for him, to show the manager from England how good it is and ready to come back. So life and our life, sports life, always is about challenge, about deals, about targets, and he has one in front of him in every single game to show how good it is to come back in a national team.
Did he need an arm round him at any point, or
no?
Just finally, since we last spoke, Bernardo Silva has been charged by the FA. Obviously, you've spoken very much in support of him. Are you disappointed he's been charged?
Nope, no comments anymore.
Thank you.
Pep, just a word about Raheem Sterling. Obviously, made a massive impact in the week. How have you assessed his kind of form of late?
I speak many times about Raheem as well. So he's in top form, top player. So after tomorrow, another game.
And Eric Garcia, is he ready for the Premier League now? Should you need him?
He's here with us. I said many times as well. Every player is with us is because they are ready. If he's not ready, he will not be with us.
Hi Pep, just on Kyle Walker as well, how has he changed his overall game in the last 3 years at City?
He came being an incredible, outstanding player, and he still is an outstanding player. So physicality, strong, fast, and we try to help him since we are together to be a better player.
The reason I ask is because Gareth Southgate, when he explained why Alexander-Arnold and Trippier are in the squad, he said Kyle Walker is more defensive than those two. I think when Walker signed for City, I don't think anybody would have said he was a defensive right back. So has he changed more because of the role he's asked to play in this team? Because you don't ask him to put a lot of crosses in, you don't ask him to attack the spaces an awful lot.
Yeah. We ask him many times, don't attack from wide, attack from inside, yeah, that's why. But he's a player who can do everything. Kyle Walker can do everything. But the opinion of the managers, the national team got it. So I'm not here to he make a selection, have a huge selection to players to be, to select, and he decided for the last 2 times, and Kyle respected, I respected, and he got it. Do it. What he does is for the best for the national team from England. So yeah, I said what I said before. It's a big challenge for Kyle to show him day by day, game by day, how good it is. It's not because he's in national team, not in national team, my opinion change, and I think for Gareth either. So it remains an incredible fullback.
Hi, Pep. I think you've won 39 of your last 44.
Sorry?
I think you've won 39 of your last 44 Premier League games at home. In the past, teams have gone to stadiums like Old Trafford and they've been beaten before they've even walked out onto the pitch. Do you think you've kind of created that sort of, or made the Etihad that sort of fortress now?
I didn't ask this question to our opponents, but my feeling is no. No, I cannot imagine one team come before the game, don't thinking we can do it. In good way, in bad way, I don't think so. So I know the managers, how competitive all of them they are, and how try to seduce the players. Said we can do it. We can go there and do a good game and try it. If not possible, sometimes we didn't win, but when we win it's because we do something good and we have to try to do it. Against one team we know quite well. We play many times against Nuno Espiritu team in Carabao Cups and leagues, and always was tough.
What do you put the consistency at home down to? Is that the fast starts and getting early goals?
Well, our first season was not consistent. First season we had the problems. I didn't expect when Jazz landed here, Jazz arrived here. Like at home I thought we'll be strong, in a way we'll be tough. It was completely the opposite in the first season. When we dropped, especially in the first month at home, and it was so difficult to recover. But since then, especially the second season, third season, and this season as well, so we are strong at home. To maintain, to try to win the titles, you have to be strong at home. If not, no chance. But the way we start good is because we want to play in that way. So not just in the first minutes, 90 minutes in the high rhythm, in doing everything. So, and sometimes we are lucky, sometimes not.
Hi Pep, Ian Beddoe, ISN TV. Many people say Wolves have had a poor start to the season and the Europa League is a hindrance. How have you seen their start this season?
Yeah, it's the reason, yeah.
What can they do to combat that, do you think?
Well, Nuno knows better than me, but normally the big clubs that they know to handle both competition is easier. For one team, they play one game a week and immediately play 2 weeks to be focused in that, and sometimes you need a little bit more time. But yesterday took incredible result there. I saw the game. They were so solid, like I expected. And at the end they have a team to don't suffer in the Premier League. So they are, I think it's quite a not big squad, and they know exactly what they have to do. So it's, I think, 3 or 4 seasons together with the same manager. Most of the players remained, and his solid structure defensive is really impressive. So we have to be smart and play good to take a result on Sunday.
Hi Pep, you obviously bought João Cancelo this summer to provide Kyle with kind of competition, and Kyle started every league game. How impressed have you been with that he's kind of risen to that challenge?
Well, in the game with Preston, make a step forward. We saw the clips together, and yes, the last game was really good too. And because he arrived late, not in the preseason, so most of the things we worked in the past, in the preseason he was not there, so it was completely different what he did in the past with the previous team, so that's why I need a little bit more time, but I think it's getting better. With the ball we don't have doubts, without the ball he started to understand what we want, and he did it quite well in the 2 games he played.
In terms of the competition with Kyle, how impressed have you been with Kyle for keeping going and improving as a result of that?
Kyle don't have doubts about that. Last season happened 1 or 2 games, like Danilo played and reacted incredibly well, so we cannot play 11 months plus maybe international games with just 1 fullback or 1 player. We survived in 2 seasons without left fullback, with Fabian and Alex. So we need this player a position to of course make competition to Kyle and let him rest, and maybe when Joao playing good level, take his position. That is what it is.
Hi Pep. It looked last week like Liverpool might drop points. When you see the nature of the goal that they scored, what goes through your head?
Football, it happened. Happened last season, happened this season.
I think they've had more goals from direct mistakes from goalkeepers than anyone else.
It happened. So we cannot control it. So good teams remains incredible team Liverpool. So nothing changed. So try to focus in our games, and we'll see.
You were saying on Tuesday though that City have never been given anything
Yeah.
in your time here.
I repeat again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You don't feel luck is on your side at all ever?
You need luck to win games, yeah, to make a lot of points with titles. In some moments you need luck, but we had effort and very good things. So no. So I'm proud what we have done and the way we have done.
Okay, guys, one embargo, please.